You got to go. You can't freeze. What's the danger in freezing? Pastor Fernita shared with me, you can get cleated. Runners are wearing spikes. And if you freeze, I can injure you. And now you still got to run. But now you're injured. Now there's pain. But you just keep running. Now, the other thing you can't do in the exchange zone is drop the baton. The incoming runner, if they drop the baton, they're not immediately disqualified. But what they have to do is pick up the baton. Now imagine, you're running full speed. You drop the baton, it hit the ground, it bounces. Now you got to slow your motions. Go back and get it. You have to return it to the point that you dropped it. The outgoing runner can't come back to get it. They can't touch it. Now you're delayed. Now you're delayed. But you still got to run. Now you're delayed. The other thing, the incoming runner, you have this 30-meter exchange zone. You're running. The outgoing runner starts off. You're running, you're running, you're running. And just as you get to exchange, they step out of the zone. Disqualified. You can't hold on to it too long. There's a precision to passing the baton. If you ask any runner, training for track and field is not just a seasonal thing. Runners run year-round. They have to keep conditioning, keep muscle memory. You'll find that runners run several times a day. They have to keep themselves conditioned. If we all have a race to run, why do we not keep ourselves in condition? What do you mean, Pastor? What are you talking about? Whew. Some of our Bibles are getting really dusty. Some of our knees are well healed. Some of us are struggling to pray. Some of us are struggling to find discipline with God. Some of us are battling so hard against God. But you still gotta run. You still have to run. The standard. So we have the call, the command, the standard. What's the standard? What was Paul trying to teach Timothy? More than anything he said to Timothy, The standard is outlined in verses 6 through 8. What's the standard? For I am already pouring myself out as a drink offering, and the time of my departure has come. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Henceforth, there is laid up for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day. And not only to me, but also to all who have loved his appearing. Those that are future looking for the time when God will achieve perfect shalom, the time when he will come. Our race doesn't end because we're tired. Our race doesn't end because we're weary. Our race doesn't end because we've been offended. Our race does not end because something seems unfair. Our race does not end because we feel like we can't do it anymore. Our race does not end. We all have to run. Hear me when I say, everybody has a responsibility to run. But you want to know the amazing part. We can run. We can run. And we can run. And we can run. And we can run. And we can be tired. And we may not get to see the finish line. But you want to know what the amazing thing is. We already won. We already won. I was sharing with Pastor Brooke this morning, and I'm wrapping up. As I was revisiting this message, sitting on the couch and had a vision. In this vision, there's a runner. He's coming in for the exchange. There's an outgoing runner who is waiting on the exchange. And I had this vision of an angel. And as the incoming runner was coming in, I heard him say, "I'm tired. I can't do this no more." And the angel said, "Just keep running." And the incoming runner, "It's time. It's time. I don't know if I can do this. Just keep running." Haven't I given enough? I'm tired, Lord. I can't keep dealing with these people. I feel like I don't have a voice. Nobody listens. I'm pouring everything that I have out. But Lord, why is it not received? Lord, why? Why? I know you're hurting, and I know where you are. Just keep running. Just keep running. Let me make it personal. Lord, marathon week, I hate it. I hate being here on a Sunday, having to be back on a Monday, having to come on a Wednesday, only getting a few days at home, and then being back on a Sunday. Just keep running. Lord, I'm trying to make it. This world is spinning out of control. I don't know that anything I'm doing matters. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. Promiseland, hear me. We can't freeze. We can't drop the baton. And we can't hold on to it too long. This race is more about than what's on this earth. Our race is eternal. Every one of you has a position in the race, and you have to run. And I felt so strongly, the Lord said, just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. And in the middle of that vision, I saw a champion of mine who just a few weeks ago took a lap around this church. My brother Daniel Lopez. And in that moment, I saw angels with him as he ran through this church that said, just keep running, 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 just keep running. We all have a race to run. Brother Lopez taught us something, and we can't sit on it. We can't get stuck. We can't drop the baton, and we can't hold on to this thing too long. We all have to condition ourselves to pass and receive. Now, as the incoming runner comes in, an outgoing runner, as they close in on each other, will say a command that signals, I'm ready. I'm ready. That command, stick. 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 And as they're running, they will reach back and yell, stick! And as they yell, stick, that incoming runner will take the baton and he will slap it into their hand. In that moment, the incoming runner must let go. The outgoing runner must grasp it. And in that moment, run like nothing else matters. Now, there's something I want you to know about the incoming runner as he has relinquished the baton. As he releases that baton, he has to decelerate. He's weary. He's worn out. He's tired. And God says, I'm not done yet. Now, you can rest a little. But now, I need you to champion the next leg. I need you to encourage him to keep running. I need you to make sure that they know you got their back. It's time to cheerlead. It's time to give wisdom. It's time. Hebrews chapter 12, 1 through 8. Therefore, since we have such a great cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let's rid ourselves of every obstacle and the sin which so easily entangles us. And let's run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking only at Jesus, the originator and perfecter of the faith, who for the joy set before him enduring the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider him who has endured such hostility by sinners against himself, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. So you will not grow weary and lose heart. Can we stand to our feet? I told you today I came on assignment to deliver a word from the Lord. That word for you today: just keep running. Just keep running. I know you're wounded, but keep running. I know life keeps hitting you, but keep running. I know you don't understand what's going on, but just keep running. Don't freeze. Don't hold on too long, because the work that I'm doing in you is necessary. It's your leg, you're up. And even if you're coming into the end of your leg, you still have a responsibility in the Lord. I want to do something today. Brother Morpheus, come forward for me quickly. These men are going to pass this baton. I want to start in every section at the front row, whoever's on the front, and I want you to practice passing and receiving the baton. Just keep running. Just keep running. Just keep running. You are a part of the magnificent mission of God. So keep running. Don't lose heart. Don't get frustrated. It's going to get rough, but keep running. I love you, Promiseland. I'm running with you. This was one of the hardest weeks of my life. And I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up. Like, Lord, I'm tired. I don't want to do this no more. And I heard, just keep running. Just keep running. This altar is open. If you need to recommit that command in your life, if you need to make sure that God knows that you are still willing to run, come down to this altar and talk to your Savior, because he's calling you. This is not a word just for one or two. This is a word for everybody in the house. Just keep running. Just keep running.
Holy Spirit, fall like rain. Holy Spirit, have your way. Let your glory fall down. Let your glory fall down. Fall like rain. Holy Spirit.
3 words. One message. Just keep running. As Pastor Rander literally delivered his soul, I could not help but to wonder and think about the times that I may have frozen, the times that I did not run as hard, enduring the race and the trials as a good soldier. But I'm here to tell you and remind you it's not too late. I'm here to encourage your heart to know that your race is not over. Everyone underneath the sound of my voice right now, I want to encourage you to keep running. Don't get weary in well-doing, but keep running. There is work to do. If you are joining us online, we want to thank you. We want to say that you are very much a part of our church family. Even though we may not be able to reach out and touch physically, we know that our hearts and our minds are connected, and we are running this race together. So as we get ready to dismiss and go back to the altar, we want to be reminded that the church, God's church, is not a building, it's a body. God's church is not a feeling, it's a family. So go in grace and know that we love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you.
Your friendship is unlike anything I've ever known. May I never lose the wonder of your presence. May I always stand in awe of who you are. Oh, the beauty.